The other day, I got a very interesting message from an Aquarius. It's an email. And the email was very simple. It just said that he's an Aquarius, and I've known him for a while. All of us that talk in the comment section, you would have seen this guy in the comment section. Very intelligent, Aquarius, talks all the time. We don't always agree, but I still see where he's coming from. And he said to me in the email that he has several different suitors, which is very common for an Aquarius, by the way. player from the Himalaya. And he said to me that he had many different suitors and he wasn't certain who to choose. And he said, Queen, how do you know which suitor is the right suitor when you have multiple suitors? So I'm like, well, I've been doing that my whole life. So let's talk about it. My name is QueenAusetHeru, and thank you for joining me for the wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to anyone and everyone who might like it too. Please drop us some positive comments in the comments section. Tell us if you're with somebody or you've ever been with somebody. How did you know who was the right one if you had more than one to choose from? I would love to know how other people figure this out too. If you want to get a reading done, I got you. I got you all day. Hit me up. My information will be underneath this video as well. And I would love to give you a reading. So, how do you know who is the right one when you have more than one suitor? Okay, first of all, Aquarius, you have to get honest with yourself about what you want. This is the first part for anybody, not even Aquarius, everybody. You have to get certain about what you want from a suitor. Do you want someone who's educated? Does that matter to you? Do you want somebody who is into physical fitness, physical sports, things like that? Do you want somebody who is loving, somebody who is kind? What is important to you? Because remember, nobody's going to be perfect. Nobody's going to have everything. So you have to look and make a physical list of what you actually want. Do you have any deal breakers? Put that on the list. For example, if you don't want somebody with kids, put on the list that kids are a deal breaker. If you don't want somebody who, I don't know, there's so many things people don't want nowadays. But whatever it is you don't want, like if you don't want somebody who makes under a certain amount, for example, you want somebody who makes 70,000 or more, put that on the list. So once you have your list of your deal breakers and the things that you absolutely must have, then you can see out of all the suitors you have, who fits the bill. You see, for me, one of the most important things for me is somebody who's romantic. I gotta be with somebody who's romantic. If they're not romantic, I'm not gonna stay with them. I'm telling you right now. I don't care how many other positive qualities they are. If I can't get some roses, if I can't get gifts on Valentine's Day without a begrudging attitude, if I can't get romantic, fun things, gifts are my love language, so that's going to be very important to me. I want to celebrate holidays. If they don't celebrate holidays, I'm not even going to date them, So what I need to know up front is that all my deal breakers and the things that I want, that person has. So once you've created your list, you can then see and you can pluck off who doesn't fit the bill, So let's say you have four different suitors, right? And let's say out of the four, three of them, in my case, we're going to go with my personal list. So let's say three of them don't like holidays. That's three off right there. That leaves me with one. So now I'm looking at that one trying to see, okay, what on this list is problematic with this person. Now let's say they cover all the other bases. That's the person I'm going to be more serious. I'm going to be serious with. Because I'm going to check the other ones off and not keep seeing them immediately. Once I see that they don't have what I want, I'm going to pick that one. And that's another thing about me. I was talking to a woman the other day. It's a good friend of mine. And I liked this woman. I had a crush on this other woman for 15 minutes. And she said to me, why did you stop liking her so quick? She was like, you liked her yesterday and now you over it today. And I was like, I move fast. Once I see that what I want isn't there, I move on. I don't keep leading the person on, keep entertaining them, knowing I don't want them. You know what I'm saying? Knowing you don't have what I want, I very, very quickly make that determination and then I move on. Now, some people don't do that. Some people will know that you're not what they want and they'll keep on entertaining you. They'll keep seeing you just to get out of you whatever they're getting from you. You know, and we all know people that do that, men and women. They'll keep seeing you, keep stringing you along, knowing you're not what they want. You know what I'm saying? So for me, if I find out somebody isn't what I want, I got so many different suitors that it's like I need to thin the herd anyway. You know? So as soon as I identify that's not what I want, check, and I move on to the next one. So that's what I'm saying. As an Aquarius or as somebody who has multiple suitors of any sign, what you got to do is the ones that don't have what you want, the ones that aren't on that list, then they have to go. Now, what do you do if several of them fit your list? Let's say you got 3 suitors and all 3 of them fit everything that you want. What would I do? I would date all 3 of them. I would date all 3 of them, slow walk it. Okay, remember what I said about slow walking. Don't move quickly. Date all 3 of them. Go to different situations with them. Go different places. Watch how they treat the waiter. This is always a big one for me. If a person is kind to the waiter or the waitress or the staff, people that are serving you, that's a big thing to me. If they're kind to people who are, you know, just regular people, homeless people, janitors, if they're kind to just regular people, that's a good sign to me. That shows me that they're not the kind of person that's pretentious. You know, so just spend time with them and watch how they interact with the world, how they interact with you. You know, how do they treat you? What kind of, you know, behavior do they have? And after you've dated all 3 of them long enough, one of them should stand out. In most cases, one of them, you'll enjoy one of their company. You'll feel more compatible with one of them. Now, we live in a time period where polyamory is also a very big possibility. So you might not need to choose. You might find 3 people that are awesome and create a polytude, as they call it, or a throuple. You know, could be 3 of you, you know? So my thing is that you also have other options. You don't necessarily have to choose one person. But if you're monogamous and you want to eventually settle down with one person, then I would say date the ones that fit your list and then see as time progresses who's the breakout star. Who's the one that you really get excited when they call? Who's the one who gives you the best gifts? Who's the one that makes you really smile when you're sad? You know, who's the one who is considerate and thoughtful? Who's the one that's there for you when times are really bad? Who hears you and sees you when you're not even saying a word? You know, who are those people? That's the question. I was telling somebody the other day, I was really sick. Y'all know I was sick for a little while. And a friend of mine called me and said, I bet your apartment is a mess. He said, I bet your apartment is a mess. I bet you haven't been able to clean the apartment. And I was like, I can't even move from here to the bathroom easily, much less clean the apartment. And he said, I'm coming to clean the apartment. I didn't ask. I didn't mention it, anything. He saw me, even though he heard me, even though I didn't say a word. That's the kind of person that you want to be with. Somebody who's sincere. Somebody who is devoted. Devoted to you. Devoted to the relationship. So spend time with people that match your list. And people who don't match your list, kick them to the curb and keep it moving. If you got multiple suitors and none of them fit, oh well. You'll have 4 more by tomorrow. Keep it moving, keep it pushing. And this is very specific to Aquarius, because Aquarius, you don't need to be with anybody. It'd be nice, it'd be perfect, it'd be lovely, but you don't need it as an Aquarius. So if you don't find somebody who fits what you want, keep allowing yourself to look or to manifest, which was a better idea. Allow yourself to manifest the person that you actually want, and don't settle until you do. One of the biggest mistakes that Aquarius make, and I've made this myself and other people too, other zodiac signs, is settling. Oh my goodness. If I could take back all the times I settled, I'd probably be a virgin. 9 times out of 10, because I settled every time. Like, okay, well, this is good enough. Well, this person's good enough. And then finally I started looking like, but are they? So don't settle. If you don't find somebody that's what you want as an Aquarius, you fine. You can take care of yourself, Aquarius. We're very independent. We're very good with being free. So if you can't find someone who's what you want, I would suggest just dating and being by yourself. You can date people and have a good time, Just be honest. I always tell people, I don't care what kind of dating you're doing, just be honest with the people that you're with. And I tell you, the reason why I say that is because when I was younger, I wasn't always honest with the people I was with. And it caused a lot of unnecessary problems that I could have bypassed by just being honest. Being honest is really funny to me because it's easy. It's really easy. And it's underutilized because everybody's afraid of what everybody else's reaction is going to be if they're honest. And the truth of the matter is that it's the easiest thing to do. People might get mad at you, but if they're angry with you, they'll move the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? And you move on to somebody else that's down with your program. There's always going to be people who are they see you eye to eye. They're with you. They're there with you. They're like, yeah, I want to do that too. Just find those people. And don't try to convince people who don't want what you want to go for what you're after. I had a conversation with somebody the other day, and he was telling me that he is not monogamous. And I said, that's cool, but the problem is you're not being honest with your partners about that. If you told your partners on day 1, I'm not monogamous, I'm never going to be, and this is how I kick it, the ones who are with your program are going to keep dating you. And the other ones are going to go do something else. Let people have that option. That's all I'm saying. Okay? All right. So that's how I would pick a suitor. How about you? Let us know in the comment section. And please come back soon because I'm working on some new Aquarius videos and I have a lot more to say. See you later.